But Charles Jernigan in his sale, he had like a crazy sale at his school with 240 students, and he did 52 grand.
Wow.
But what he's been doing this sale for a long time, so a lot of people come up for renewal at this time of year when he does the sale because they've renewed before. So now he's just in that pattern. So it's half the result of the holiday sale and half just this. This is when everyone just renews or upgrades their program.
Yeah. Well, and it makes sense because I understand some people are totally fine with it, but it can be a little unnerving for people to have you like at the first time that they either enroll or upgrade. Hey, would you like to pay in full? Like I understand the whole thing about get the check and hey, by the way, would you like to apply this to a 10% off or whatever. But I also sometimes, me personally, I get suspicious of somebody who wants to pay in full on day one. You just met me, like that makes me it's a little red flag. So like it makes sense that especially they sign up in the fall. They had a really good experience for September through part of November. We've been here for 6 weeks, loving it. It makes sense to do that. So you have a lot of fresh blood in the fall. Because you've enrolled a bunch of people. So makes sense.
Yeah, he also has really good retention. He's a traditional Japanese school. He's got an instructor that's maybe 25, 28 years old that is a real sincere instructor, good martial artist. If anyone misses or has a problem, he's on the phone calling them. So he's got a really great retention. A lot of people have been there for a year or more, and they feel totally comfortable. They trust him. They know that martial arts has become a lifestyle, not just trying to get a belt. And they want to take advantage of a little savings. He doesn't give a big savings, only a 15% off. So it sounds like paid for 2 years, get a year free. 15% off is not a lot. But what he did, what I thought was really cool, is right after sale, he dropped it down to 10%. So if you miss the sale, starting on the Monday after, it's only 10% off. And he did $2,500 on the Monday. So
yeah, good.
And that's only 10% off. And Charles is he's an older guy, a little bit younger than me, and he's very good with his money. So, he knows he hasn't earned that money yet. He knows that only really 30% of that money really goes to the profit of the school. So 70% is going to expenses that are coming up. So he puts that in a school bank account and then transfers some to a personal account, which you could also always loan to the school later on. So it's not like one of these guys, okay, now it's a vacation and now it's stuff. He's trustworthy with it. And he knows that if he did some summer camp, that expense hasn't come up yet. He needs that money for summertime. So he's pretty smart that way. So
that's cool. Yeah.
I was talking to Shane Simpson, who's a RainMaker client from Bellingham, Washington. And he was saying that he does, on part of his holiday sale, people can pay for a year no matter when their program's expired. So if they have a program that expires in April, they can pay for a year now, save some money, and that gets added on for a year after the program expires in April. Yeah. So I was talking to Madison and Laura about that yesterday from RainMaker, and they were saying that it's easy to do through a profit generator. And they had I wasn't quite sure what the terminology was, a future program.
Future pay?
Future pay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so you can set up – a future pay is like here's a good example of future pay. I've got a after-school client who's been here for a long time, and we are really strict on our after-school payments. You pay on the 1st or you pay on the 1st and the 15th, period. There's no – because it's essentially childcare. Like, we're not going to pick up your kid multiple days with you having not paid. No daycare would do that, and parents understand that. This particular person has a special debit card from her work that's like filled up with essentially childcare money, and it has to come out on a certain day. Like work says it's dispersed on the 26th and on the 13th. It's like really weird. So we set up future pays. His program is essentially $0 a month, but there's a bunch of future pays that are set up on those specific dates. Otherwise, it won't go through. So that's a good example of future pay. Or say you want to make a a good way that I used to do future pays on upgrades is we would upgrade somebody to leadership program, black belt program, whatever. And, oh, by the way, mom, you need, it's whatever, $299 down payment. You got to pay your first month, and they need a huge, bag full of gear, and they need their nunchucks. And it's like, $1,200. But I can break that up into 3 payments if you'd like. And they're like, well, does that have to come out on the first of the month? No, we make it the 17th or the 18th of the month, and I can schedule those out and split it. Future pays can also be used instead of just you can split it, but one specific amount. So you could do that for like $1,000 worth of something and split it into multiple payments, but it's only one future pay. So there's a lot of flexibility with future pays.
So how would someone make a run with some good revenue in December by doing that 1-year program? Would they offer it as it has to be paid in full? Could they offer it with just a down payment? I don't really understand how that future pay is going to work and help them right now if they don't pay in full.
I'm not sure either. The only thing that I would say is, if you want to be super nice and say, hey, you can get I think, was it Sal? Somebody was saying that they allow people to pay it out, right? You
Yes.
can use a future pay to pay it out instead of having to schedule it like a membership program. So you're not gonna have a lot of you got plenty of flexibility in your memberships and your ability to take money via membership, but you can apply the future pay as tuition. So you can say, whoever it is, Shane or Charles or whoever, is taking $1,500 worth of tuition for 1 year, but the person's like, yes, I want to take advantage of this, but God, I don't know that I have the $1,500 now. Okay, well, do you want to do $750 this month and $750 next month? You could split that into two future pays.
Okay.
That would be an easy way to make it more accommodating for them, or 3 payments or whatever. Hey, look, you'll get the deal. Make a payment now in December, a payment in January, and a payment in February, and you're good.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah. So future pay can be and everybody, people know, like, they got their mortgage coming out on the 1st and they got their water bill coming out on the 5th. Like, hey, can you make it the 16th instead of the 15th? Future pay is the time is the feature of RainMaker that will do that. That's not on a 1st, 5th, 10th, 15th.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that done through so someone wants to do this and they're saying, okay, I want to make a last run before we close the holiday. I want to sell 10 1-year programs and at a certain discount. They set that future pay up through their profit generator?
No, future pays are not set up through profit generator. They're very custom. So you do have to set that up in the member's account. If you wanted to, if you were convinced that the reason people weren't doing the 1-year payment on the like a last push for it is because they didn't have all the money right now, then what you could do is you could say, create a profit generator. Look, the profit generator, it says very clearly, this program is $1,500. You need to make a $500 payment on it right now, and then you can pay out the last 2 more $500 payments, and then you set those. You go in and you set those payments up. That's how I would do that if you're wanting to make multiple payments.
Okay, hold on.
Does that make sense?
Yes, so they could do. So they set that up, and then you just have to do that manually after they pay.
Yeah, after that, when you see that profit generator come through, set up the next payments and then send them an email. Hey, I got your pay. Thank you so much. I got your next $500 payment set up for January 3rd, and your next payment set up for February 3rd, or something like that. Let me know what else you guys need. That would be the kind of thing that you could. Like, you're never going to be able to automate 100% of what it is you want to do. You're going to have to do some manual work, but you can automate the process of someone taking advantage of it. Like, somebody can pay for that on Christmas Eve, and you come in at the day after Christmas and set it all up. We do a lot of that kind of work here. Where, like, for example, we set up our Cyber Monday and our Black Friday stuff Black Friday was come back to Motion Tulsa for $1. Cyber Monday was train through the rest of the year for $99. Those were all set up to profit generators, but none of them were really memberships. We had to set those up after the fact. But that's fine because the front desk girl has plenty of time to do that. The person's already given the credit card number. They've already made the commitment. They've already given all their information. We just set up their programs, and then we call them and schedule them in for their first time. We're going to have to call people anyway. So, we can automate the front end and do a little bit of manual work on the back end.
Okay. So instead of like doing a year, say we're going to 2 years, say we're going to just do a year. And like you say, the year's $1,500. We're going to do it in 3 payments. First payment's due in December, and then 2 payments after that.
Yeah.
We email it. Then we just target people that's programs going to expire between now and June. I mean, those are probably the.
Yeah, the only thing that in this case that I would do, I would actually let me look at my RainMaker account to verify exactly how I would do this, because I would not get that specific. Like for me personally, perfect is the enemy of done. Now that doesn't mean that I want to be sloppy about things, right? I don't want to be sloppy, but sometimes when you get too far into the weeds with specifics, not only can you miss something, because like RainMaker doesn't mess up. The human input that we give it can mess it up. Like I've heard people say, well, RainMaker sent my client a birthday card on the wrong day. Did it, or did you not put their birthday in the right day, right? That's like the computer didn't say, hey, let's screw up Lacey Jones's birthday. You put it in wrong. So like if you have done anything, like you maybe didn't put the membership in properly, or one of your staff members didn't, I wouldn't rely on that. So
the only thing that I wouldn't want to do, if I just had my holiday sale like Charles Darnigan and 15 people just paid last week, I don't want them to get this to do another year. So
exactly.
I've got to be careful and not go out too far.
Correct. Let me share my screen and show y'all how I would do it. So what I would do, y'all can see my screen here. I'm in my email campaign area. So messages, send email campaign. What I would do is I would make sure that I have tagged each of those members who have paid in full. So those first 15 members, give them a tag that's called PIF 2019 or something to that effect. You guys know how to make a tag, just, settings, tags. Here, I'll just do it real quick. It really is that easy. 2019, PIF, that's a tag, or prepay, whatever. Then I make sure that I tag each of those people with it. Who do I know prepay? This is just a prospect, so let's assume she did that. 2019 PIF, so she's got that tag now. And now assume that I did that with all the other 15 people. Send a campaign specifically to all of my members, but exclude everybody that's got that tag. So I'm going to send it to members only, and I'm going to exclude 2019 PIF. Everybody who has that tag is not going to get this. We're like, what the heck, man? I didn't get a chance to pay it out, right? That's what we want to avoid. Is that you know what I mean? That's how I would do it. And then I would, type, put the profit generator link in there and send it out. And then only people who are currently on monthly payments are going to get that email.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I understand that.
Yeah. Cool. Make an exclude. It's the same thing with. Does anybody do Facebook advertising?
Yes. No, but I want to do it with what Grandmaster Silva's saying, video Facebook advertising. But I know Market Muscles say that they don't do it. So if you know of anybody, I'm looking for one.
They don't do what? Video ads?
They don't do Facebook video advertisement. They sent me a link to someone who does though.
So I don't think it has to be that complicated. I think it could be an iPhone video of cute kids in your class, and then cool teenagers, and then cool adults, and then you put it up and say, we'd love for you to be a member at, this karate school. I think it doesn't have to be that complicated. However, one thing that you can do is you can make an exclusion audience. So you can upload emails of your current members, especially if you've got a big school and you're working in a small area. So if you've got 200 members in, like for me, I'm not really ever advertising outside of the Midtown area. So I only advertise a 3, maybe 5 mile spot. Well, I don't want to waste my money with my 200 members that are already in, I think, the exclusion audience. It's the same idea for your email. Exclude people who don't need to see it.
Got it.
You know,
We're doing it, Sal. And I'm basically, we're copying what, Charles did. Same budget, same everything.
Who are you doing it with?
It's through the 97 display. They've got a Facebook, thing, a package, where they put it together, and basically what it is it separates it all out, so you can tell the difference between a Facebook click and a lead, or interest. I guess we will call those lead, and website one, and
it includes videos.
You put your own video, but I will tell you this, I looked at Mr. Jarnigan's over there, and it's not that slick or fancy, and he's killing it as far as response.
What's his Facebook? What's his Facebook page?
Karate Life Studios, right, Mr. Silva? It's Karate Life.
Yep. I think he hired that company Seeds to do his videos. So he's the people that Paul Garcia were using.
Oh, he did now? I know the first one we looked at on there.
They're coming down till either end of January, February, but they're going to do 6 months of video advertising for him.
Oh, okay.
So this company is called Seeds?
I believe so.
I just need direction on who to contact, who's the best person for Facebook videos, because that was your recommendation, Grandmaster Silva, but Market Muscles doesn't do it.
When we did an instructor college at Paul's, he had his person that does his Facebook ads come down and does his websites. He's got a company called Seed. He's really sharp. He went through Paul's school, was his program director. He does a lot of videos for Krav Maga. I don't know his success rate for non-Krav Maga schools, but with Krav, he does really professional videos. And what he did for Paul is he comes down to 6 months worth of videos, and then he does the ads and puts them on a rotating schedule for the next 6 months. Paul I don't know if you saw the post I put on RainMaker Business Solution. Paul just seems to get a lot of good, solid leads. He counts his leads as people who actually make appointments. So he's making like 40 appointments a month from his website. So those aren't just leads. Those are people that were leads. He called and made an appointment. So he calls them strong leads. So he seems to get, I don't know if it's his area, if it's just like the size of his school and his reputation, but he seems to do a little bit better than the average school, a lot better than the average school as far as quality leads. I'll get the guy's name. I don't know his name off. Do you know his name?
I don't remember off the top of my head, but I know that what he's doing there was similar to what Charles and I were doing, other than coming in and filming. But I kind of thought like with what William said, like, use your iPhone and videotape it, or look at some of your good pictures and create a collage like that with your iPhone. It makes a pretty slick looking video.
Right.
I don't know if you guys knew this or not. Do you guys know that you can see all of your, not just your competitors, but anyone's Facebook ads that they're running from their page?
Yes. Is it on the left-hand side? It says view ads.
It's on the right-hand side now. It used to be on the left-hand side. They've hit it a little bit better now. But it's in the page transparency area, courtesy of 2016 election in Russia. We've got the ability now to see people's ads. So if you want to just see what people are doing, you can like click on it on page transparent. It's page transparency, and you'll see like more info And the idea from Facebook was to see when it was created, who created it, like, you know, because there's pages that are like advertising whatever, and it's really totally not legit. But you can see all the ads from all of your competitors, essentially, if they're running ads. If they're not running ads, and you know, now some people may not be running ads from their school's page. They may have an agency running ads separately, but I definitely suggest you run ads to your page, because you're going to get a lot of external benefit, ancillary benefit, like extra likes, extra engagement, things like that. But remember that none of that matters. It's just ancillary benefit. You've got to get people into your website and into your school, like you said, setting appointments. So
what's their pitch? Like, I know Grandmaster Silva said the other day, there was no pitch. It was just, hey, let me just show you how awesome our studio is, and you know, there's a story. So it wasn't like a commercial of some type that's like, hey, $49 for the whole month, or $99 for the whole month, which I thought works better, but who knows? So is Charles Jarnigan, does he have a pitch or anything, or just?
Well, just follow William's directions there. Look at his page, and then go to the right-hand side and look at transparency. See some of his ads.
I was looking. I don't know if he's maybe not running them right now, but I'm looking and it doesn't see. That's why I was thinking maybe you said he's using someone else, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so maybe they're running ads somewhere else, because I'm looking and it doesn't say that he's running any ads right now. So
yeah, I think what they do is, I know for mine.
Oh, here it is. It's running in ads library. It is running.
Because mine says.
What's it say? What's it say? Like, what's their pitch, or is it just a story?
It says your child can try karate for free. That's right, parents. Your child can enjoy one karate class free for a limited time. Heart eye emoji. Click get offer to claim your spot today. Here, let me.
So it's a free class, and then they have a video.
Yeah, let me put this link in there. Y'all can go directly to that ad. So okay. Yeah, and it's a 19-second video. So yeah, it's just so it's a kind sounding female instructor motivating a bunch of kids to be louder and stronger and better. That's like exactly what a parent wants. It doesn't look glitzy. It doesn't look glamorous. I definitely think that you have to be careful with that, because people are turned off by that sometimes. You know, hey, I'm being sold something. Don't sell me anything. It's like, I love Facebook because they don't try to sell me high heels. I don't want to see ads for high heels and like purses. My wife does, right? She does not want to see ads for all the info products and power tools that I see. I do, right? So yeah, so like it's very focused, and don't waste your money advertising to men. Just FYI, it needs to be going straight to parent. It needs to be going to females who are parents. So don't waste your money. They negatively comment and they set appointments and don't ever show up. It's a waste of time every time, and I test it about once a year. I test it, and I add men into all my ads, and it always just is just terrible. I cut it out.
So mom and females. Anyway?
Do what?
Mom and females, 20.
Yeah. So like
40.
So it'll be like, for me, especially for martial arts, I do like 27 to 41 or something like that, and then who are also parents, because in the Facebook area you have demographics. It'll say this and also this, or it'll say this but not this. So you can exclude things and you can include things. And inclusion is female who is also a parent, and then you get moms. So if you search for moms, Facebook has to verify 100% that she's a mom, but it's a lot easier for Facebook to say that she's female and she's a parent, because it tries to categorize moms. It'll be like moms of elementary school agers and moms of teenagers and moms of this. And I don't trust Facebook to get that 100% perfect. So just do them all. All of them. Plus, I mean, even if they're not interested, they're going to share it. They're going to like it. They're going to send it to their friend. So, yeah, I would look at that ad and do that. Who cares? Go for it.
Are you running a lot of ads this month?
We're running kickboxing and parkour ads, and then starting in January, we'll turn on our summer camp ads. So, yep.
You're doing
ads.
You're doing kickboxing ads to get the people who are going to think about getting in shape first of the year. Is that what that?
Yeah, and our kickboxing ads, like, I'm still learning, right? We haven't had a lot of people taking advantage of them now, but I do have a feeling that we're gonna have people who are interested. They've put their email in, So we've only gotten like 2-week trials in the past 6 weeks, and normally it's a lot better than that. But it's holidays, so maybe. But we still get opt-ins regularly. Right. So maybe because we've got all these emails, we can, hammer them at the first of the year and have them come in. That's the idea. So I would hope so. But I also don't mind if we avoid – I see karate schools all the time trying to jump on the January fitness bandwagon. But, like, the other half of that bandwagon is that they're all gone in February. So –
if they last that long.
Yeah. Right. So, like – do we really want to jump on that? Or maybe we try to speak to the subset of that population who is committed and wants to learn a skill. Like, I try to make all of our kickboxing ads like skill-based. Look, this isn't a workout class. This is you learning how to make yourself better. Come join us, right? That way we're getting people who are attracted to that instead of, the next 20 pounds. Because what they're going to lose, even if they do lose 20 pounds in your class, then they're going to be like, great, I got my goal. High five. See you later, Mr. South. That's what they do. So they do to me. So I try to.
Well, I think what's different about that is that martial arts, I think people know that it's not just a fitness thing. It's more of a skill and a lifestyle thing, generally speaking.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I just I see people, I see industry leaders and I see martial arts owners try to, okay, how are we going to capitalize on the January rush? And it's like, do you actually want to capitalize on the January rush, or should you just make your normal marketing for adults better? Do you really want to do that? Because can you compete with Planet Fitness? It's $10 a month. Can you really you can't? Why even compete with that? Don't be proud that you're $200 a month because of all the value you give.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. But I don't have all that many adults, so maybe it's not that valid.
I think the general martial arts population doesn't have a whole lot of adults, unless you're in Krav Maga, right? Isn't that the general trend?
Mm-hmm.
Jiu-jitsu got a lot of adults.
Yep.
Well, I wish I could get in touch with some of these jiu-jitsu guys, just give them a couple tips on how to change their kids' classes, because they'll have 200 adults and 20 kids, and I'm like, you're running your kids' class wrong, So, of course, they're like, you're running your adult class wrong. So, yeah. Cool.
All right, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, Grandmaster Silva, are we able to meet at 9:30 right after this?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll just say.
I just got one or two things. Give me 3 minutes.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Here,
Thanks.